All right, good morning team. Today I want to use that ladder to be able to install these gutter guards. Now in this video I won't talk about how to install these. I've got another video on YouTube that I'm going to post above for you all, but I only need to install them on one side here, from the left side of the house all the way up to the right side there. The nice thing about this setup is if you do have a back deck like I do, as you can see, installing the majority of this is going to be very easy with just a regular ladder. But for this entire section here, over here, I have to use this bubba. It's a 28-foot ladder, the ones that have a pulley system, and this one's made by Werner. And so in this video, what I want to show you all is how to actually set this up safely. So first thing I'm gonna do is, you see how close I am, I'm just gonna grab it with two hands on the right and left side and just lift up, and we're gonna carry this puppy over to the area. Just nailed my truck. All right, once we move the ladder close to where we're gonna be setting it, it's just a matter of now putting it against the wall. To start, again, this is for DIY folks that, like me, have never used one of these. So these are your legs over here. You'll notice that this has some spikes at the end of it. So if you're not on, say, a very flat surface and you're on soil, you're gonna wanna use and make sure that when you put this standing up, that these are nice and into the ground. There's obviously two of them, one for each side. This entire bracket's the one that moves up and down based on the pulley system. So it's this piece that's solid, the one that has the legs that you want to be facing towards you. So given that I have this oriented the right way, I'm just gonna come here, grab it from the bottom, lift up, and then just start pushing it so I can set it aside the wall. Basically like this. And I'm just gonna grab and kind of like if I was climbing the ladder, but this time I'm just lifting it up and lift it up all the way. I got this tree debris does not make it easy. And now that we've got the ladder up, time to put it against the wall. So I grab, I lift, and I just walk the ladder very carefully. Okay, now I want to put it next to the gutters. As you can see, I'm grabbing onto with one hand at all times, making sure that this is stable. And I'm just gonna grab my rope and I'm gonna pull down until the ladder is up against the gutters. Now you'll notice as I'm pulling up, we've got these lock systems in place. That's how you lock. You notice it on the left, you notice it on the right. That has to be that way so that it doesn't fall back on you. So I'm gonna do another level with my pulley, pull down, go to the next level, make sure it locks now. There you go. So now we're safe on that. And I'm just gonna make sure how much more I need. Still need another level. So I'm gonna grab, again, my rope, look where I want the next rung, pull up, and slowly let it, as you can see, if you go too high, those black things that you see there are going to prevent it from locking. So you want to go up and just a little bit before the black part passes the rung, drop it, and now you've got both of them engaged. Okay, that looks like it's on there. I'm going to do one more just because makes me feel safer. So I'm going to pull towards me, again, always one hand on the ladder, pull down, lock in place. There you go. Now we've got the ladder set up. Next, before we get on it, we got to make sure that it's safe. So when making sure that the ladder is safe and stable, it's all about, I think it's 2 points of contact, or 3, whatever, it's one of those. First point is your feet touching the side of the ladder. That's 1 point. Next point, hands straight up, standing up, you should be able to touch both of the rungs. If you have to lean over, that means the ladder is way too inclined towards the wall. If your hands are way over, kind of like this, that means the ladder is too inclined. This straight up and being able to grab the rungs means that it's the right height. Looking at the ladder, next thing I'm going to do, again, just want to make sure that my rungs are good. I'm gonna get on the first one, and I'm just gonna kind of jump on the ladder a little bit. I wanna make sure that this doesn't move left or right, and make sure that these are well engaged. And this doesn't really feel well engaged to me, so I'm probably gonna go and actually lift it up and get these grooves onto the floor. So the way I do is I grab my ladder from the left and the right, I lift up, and what I did is I lifted up, pushed it a little bit towards it, and then pulled it back, and you can now see that the grooves are engaged here and the spikes are dug in. All right, so for example, as we were installing this, what I noticed was that this particular area was higher than the rest, so it was causing the ladder to be unstabilized. So I'm going to take my ladder, and with this side going up, I'm just going to hit it and level it out. There you have it. And I'm just going to try now put the ladder on and repeat the process until the ladder is stabilized. All right, folks, coming back. I've gone ahead and installed the gutter guards from here all the way up to the deck. And I don't know if you can tell from the video, but it's starting to rain, right? Typical luck. But we finished the part we wanted to get to, so now I want to talk about how to actually bring this back down in a safe manner. Well, first thing to do is you want to make sure it's at the lowest level. So I'm going to grab my rope here. I like to do one knot just so I can get a good grip. Don't do too many because this thing's going to come down fast on you, right? And so again, as always, one hand on the ladder. I like to keep it around a little bit higher than me. I'm going to grab it, and then with my foot on the ladder, I'm just gonna pull it towards me, and you can see just pulling it towards me. Now with my hand, I'm gonna pull down on this, and that's gonna engage the pulley system. And let's take a look at these the two hooks there. Remember when we were bringing it up, we wanted to make sure it was set. Now it's the opposite. Now we're gonna want to let it come down more quicker so that it doesn't engage, but we don't want to just let go. We want to have a firm grip, because this thing's going to come down quickly. So you want to lift up, disengage the hooks, and then as you're bringing it down, you control the speed, okay? If you do too slow, it'll get stuck, so you kind of have to let it come down naturally. Again, you control the speed. See how it's stuck there? I'll bring it back up a little bit, make it go a little faster. If at any point your hand's fully extended, bring it back up and engage it, and then readjust so you can get a better grip, okay? Now I have a better grip here. Same thing, I'm gonna finish engaging this all the way down. Lift up, disengage, have it come down. Again, now I'm fully extended. I grabbed it too high. Can't bring it down all the way. Maybe I can. I could. It's not very comfortable, but now I'm gonna need to engage it, come back down, grab it from the lower side, and I just hit the camera, sorry for that. And then finish disengaging this thing all the way down to the lowest level. We're almost there. I think I got one more level to go. Let me bring the camera down so you can see it. Hopefully you can. I just lost my rope. There we go, grabbed it. All right, so hopefully you can see the grips. There we go. Once it's at the black bars are like this, that means that it's gone as low as it can. It can't go any lower than that, so we're good to go. Rearrange the camera. So now it's just a matter of safely bringing it down. Now, for this position, frankly, I prefer to control a ladder that's, you know, kind of in the downward position. If it's vertical, a little more support. So I'm just gonna bring it to my left, very slowly and very carefully with both hands on the ladder. Just gonna let it slide down. Booyah. See? Look at that. And now I place it like this, and it's much easier for me to grab from one side like this, another side like this. I want to do it centered, so I distribute the weight, and then I just lift, right? And I'm just gonna walk it now inside my garage. All right, team. Well, I appreciate you joining. If you found this useful, please consider liking, sharing, and or subscribing to my channel for more DIY projects. Topics on real estate, topics on technology, topics on finance. All right, here we go.